Hey guys, Jonah here, back with another beer review. I know it's Sunday, but we're going to get one in. I couldn't find my MotoGP cap, so I've got a chopper's cap, but holy crap, there was some amazing motorcycle racing today from both sides, Superbikes and Grand Prix. Just absolutely nuts what's going on with those bikes. You get far much more overtaking than any other kind of sport, even touring car. My God, it's absolutely madness. And I believe this weekend is when the British Superbikes kicks off as well. So, oh, lovely, lovely bike. It makes me wish I still had my bike, if you know what I mean. Anyway, never mind, never mind. We are doing another review from the Northern Ireland. Save the pub. And I've shown you this before because we're going back to Lacada. Now, I'm going to get my phone out because one of the viewers, Light of the World 417, has said Lacada is in Portrush in Northern Ireland. So thank you very much. Before I was kind of like, where are they? They're on the top, definitely on the top of Northern Ireland. You know, the bit that's opposite Scotland, which is fantastic. But anyway, Portrush is where they're from. And we're doing this beer today, Lacada Slemish Mountain IPA. And another really good, I guess that Lacada are doing their labels based on places in Ireland or Northern Ireland, which is absolutely fantastic. And I do like their badge. Looks a bit like a clan badge. If you were in Scotland, that would hold your kilt together. So fantastic. And I know you have kilts in Ireland as well. I do know that. I'm not totally mad. Okay, so Slemish Mountain IPA, merging the best of East and West Coast IPA styles, piney and tropical, with a soft body, hopped with Chinook, Talus, Centennial, and Columbus. So it's a triple C hop plus some Talus. 5.7% on the ABV. That is what a proper IPA should be. And without tipping it over, because it will explode in my hands, he said, not for the first time in his life. We got barley, we got wheat and oats in there, which is absolutely cool. This is why I got confused, because it says Lacada Brewery in cooperation in the EU. God, imported to the UK by Beer 52, which is in Scotland, in Edinburgh. So, although they're in Portrush, where was this actually made? I still don't know where this beer was brewed, which is really weird because it says it was brewed in the EU. As we know, dear viewer, Northern Ireland is not in the EU. Southern Ireland, or IRE, yes, that is the EU, but Northern Ireland is not. Have they made a mistake? Are they contract brewing, perhaps? I still don't know, but Portrush is where the brewery is based. So thank you very much for letting me know that. Right, let us open this bad boy. Cool. It's been chilling in the fridge for a few days because I've been drinking in pubs. It's outrageous, I know, but I have been out to the pub a few times, a few different pubs. And the next week is Easter, and if you look on the internet and look at Thanet, Thanet, that's where I live, the island of Thanatos, the island of the dead. There is so much beer stuff going on. It's absolutely ridiculous. We used to have a beer festival here, one of the biggest ones in the county, which is not running because of the council, because they're absolute idiots. They can't work out how to do a brewery and a piss up and all that kind of stuff. Now it's the venue, the council venue. They have. It's been what, 4 or 5 years now. Actually, no, there was one after COVID, I should say, and then we couldn't use the venue anymore. So it's absolutely nuts. Right, let's do Slemish. Come on, focus on there, not on me. Focus on Slemish. You gonna focus? Focus, pocus, it ain't gonna focus. So we'll do that instead. Under a finger's head, potentially a little bit over to start with, but now under, and this is definitely a hazy beer. And they've said to cover all bases, it's a West Coast IPA and it's a modern style hazy IPA. Or East Coast, I should say. But look at that colour. Not quite yellow. That's getting on. It's one shade up the tree towards amber, but not quite there. Lovely cloudiness. Absolutely cool. Oh, I don't know if I've shown you my watch. Well, this was my my dad's watch, and I am wearing it on a NATO strap because he was in the RAF. So yeah, big shout out to the servicemen out there. Whoa, we've got lots going on, lots of pininess, which is unusual. Although that beer I had the other day from Vocation was quite piney. But if I didn't know, I'd say there was Simcoe in there, and there is no Simcoe in there. It must be the Talus where the full-on kind of tropical thing was coming from. We'll see what we get. Talus is more melon-like, isn't it? I think maybe you do get some tropical fruits from there. But we have got loads of lovely hops in there. Guys, if you haven't done so already, please think about subscribing to the channel. If you've done that already, thank you very much. Why not click like to this video? Meet me down below in the comments. It's always really good, and it does the channel really good to have lots of comments. So don't be afraid, even if it's to say you're a complete idiot. That will do. Cheers and beers, and let's see what we get with this one. Oh, oh, hiccup. Quite a lot of gas in the actual beer itself. But yeah, that melon is there, and but it's more than that. It's a sort of fruity kind of thing. It's like, wow, there's some lemon there too. Definitely no tropical fruits in there. The resinous thing is there too. It has got, yeah, it's that weird thing that I usually get from Centennial. Wow, beg your pardon. My God, what's in that beer? Which is kind of bubblegum flavour, which I guess is kind of, I know you can get lots of different flavours of bubblegum, but for me, bubblegum's always that sort of cherry stroke berry kind of thing. You know, though there are a few of those kind of chewing gummy, bubblegummy things that are that weird sort of, yeah, berry thing that isn't a real berry. It's kind of bubblegum berry. Wow, I'm going to dive in for more. What's really interesting with this is there's a nice sweetness, but because of the oats and the wheat and stuff, it's kind of a creamy sweetness, which is really nice. And I would say it's definitely sweet over sour. So even though a lot of the hops that are being used in here are predominantly West Coast style hops, it is not a West Coast style beer by any means, where we're looking at things like the bitterness. It's not a super bitter beer. It's definitely, taste wise, it's definitely a new style or a NEIPA style IPA, but using more traditional West Coast style hops. If that makes sense. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Right, sorry, Divya, I'm just going to click onto beer 52 because it gives me some more information that wasn't on the can. Oh, super smooth. There is that hedgerow thing there too. Yeah, what I was going to do was, okay, so the malt is a mix between Maris Otter, which is very much an English hop, and Pilsner malt, which is interesting because obviously Pilsner malt is more for lagers. But I've noticed that in some of the some of the more hazy kind of new school style beers have that edge in Pilsner malt, which is weird because if you had a Pilsner that was hazy, traditionally in Germany you'd be laughed out of the beer keller. Do you know what I mean? What is this hazy piss, you damn English dog? Um, that wasn't very German accent. I did a weird accent, trying to be German, but not very German. Anyway, so what do we got? Centennial, Columbus, Chinook, all classic West Coast style hops. Talus is in there too. Talus is a bit more kind of modern hops. But I guess that, yeah, Talus for me, it gives me that Mellon kind of thing. Um, it is what it is. Right, let's finish this off, dear viewer. For those of you that are interested in Foam Watch, we definitely have 1, 2, 3 lines. That one looks like a sort of rearing horse or perhaps a jumping fox. And that looks like some sort of weird bird or perhaps some alien kind of thing blowing a kind of conch trumpet to the demons that live in the abyss down below. And no, I haven't been smoking anything. I've just been drinking beers. There we go. That is actually a really good beer. I like that. This is beer of the box, voted for by the. Well, I don't know if it's voted for, but they've selected this beer as the beer of the box, um, which is Lacada Slemish Mountain IPA. I'll tell you what. I don't know if it's just me, but that mountain doesn't look very big. It doesn't look very tall. Maybe it's just the cap and the rest of the mountain kind of go, yeah, there's a bit of a steep edge kind of, well, not so much there, but yeah, that just looks like a bump in the road. Maybe they're not so mountainous in Northern Ireland. Who knows, dear viewer? Who knows? If you are verging on coming over to Thanet over the Easter bank holiday weekend, there is so much going on. It's fantastic. We've got 4 breweries doing a beer festival connected by a minibus going round all 4 of them. If I remember, I will show you a map closer to the time. We also have a tap takeover in the town of Margate, where there are, I believe it's 12 pubs have each taken on a tap takeover from a different craft brewery. So that's more craft, as in the pubs themselves, the breweries themselves are kind of more cask style breweries, although Northdown do a lot of crafty stuff too. And there's a couple of just normal beer festivals going on in in pubs across the county. So Kent is going to be doing fantastic. And if anyone near you is doing a beer festival over Easter bank holiday weekend, why not go and check it out? Support your local beers, support your local breweries, support your local pubs. This has been Unclejona. I will return. I'm going to have another beer review real soon.